This story is hilarious to me. Okay, first of all, black men don't cheat, but wealthy white ones do. And this wealthy white one said, I did some cheating. Okay, this is what Bill Gates said. I did some cheating, but don't worry, it wasn't illicit. Illicit. Okay, the pure Webster's dictionary definition of illicit is forbidden by law, rules, or customs. Bill, you was married. Okay, cheating on your wife is technically illegal in several states. Now, it's usually not enforced, but adultery is actually classified as a felony in some states. In New York, did you know adultery is classified as a Class B misdemeanor that is punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a $500 fine? But beyond the criminal aspect of it, cheating on your wife is considered illicit because it violates the fundamental, mutually agreed upon vows that we make. Okay, we talk about exclusivity, we talk about trust, we talk about fidelity. Cheating is illicit, okay? It is deemed socially, morally, and often religiously forbidden. It disrupts the foundation of the family structure, and that's why it usually leads to divorce, because I can't trust you. All right, now we know why Bill and Melinda got divorced, because Bill was out here cheating, but it wasn't illicit, okay? My brothers, all cheating is illicit. Unless, of course, you and your wife have an understanding. And that's what I don't get. You know, Bill, why didn't you just tell your wife you wanted to see other women? All right, you're worth $107 billion. You never know what you put on the table, you know, that she might be okay with, all right? From what I saw you confess to, they weren't underage girls. Bill acknowledged that he had affairs with a Russian bridge player who he met at bridge events and one with a nuclear physicist who he met through business activities. What the hell were they doing at this town hall? Were they playing truth or dare? Okay, Bill, why were you confessing this to your foundation like it was some sort of corporate performance review? And why did you admit to cheating on your spouse with named nationalities and career descriptions? You said this like you was listing your business accomplishments. Russian women, bridge player, Russian woman, nuclear physicist. Bill, like, don't play with me. I wasn't out here soliciting horse, okay? He would never. That would be illicit. He was out here giving that Microsoft penis to a bridge player, and he was giving that little rocket to a nuclear physicist. But it wasn't illicit, okay? Word of advice. If you're going to confess, just confess and say, I'm sorry. Okay, don't tell me you did something wrong, but it wasn't that wrong, all right? Saying I did some cheating, but don't worry, it wasn't illicit, is like saying you robbed a bank ethically, okay? Because even if you robbed a bank to feed a bunch of starving kids, I might understand, but you still committed a crime, all right? Not to mention, saying hanging with Jeffrey Epstein was a mistake. A typo was a mistake. Okay, hanging with Jeffrey Epstein could be considered a felony-adjacent lifestyle choice. All right, this whole story is just a reminder that money doesn't buy morals. It just buys better lawyers and BS explanations. By the way, explanations that we don't even need. I want to know, what do they have on Bill Gates that he is feeling the need to confess these things and get in front of these things, because he's the only one doing it. Okay, at least here in America, there's been some powerful people who have resigned from their jobs. Like I read this morning that Larry Summers, former Treasury Secretary, he resigned from Harvard. Richard Axel, a Nobel Prize-winning professor at Columbia University, he announced he was stepping down as co-director of the Zuckerman Mind Brain Behavior Institute because of his connection to Epstein. But they're not confessing to any illicit behavior that we've seen yet. So why is Bill Gates, who's worth $107 billion, deciding to fall on this sword? Inquiring minds would like to know. Also, Bill Gates, and this is the moral to the story for everyone, are you apologizing or justifying your behavior? Because the sincere apology requires taking full ownership of your actions without using but or excuses or telling people you did something, but it wasn't illicit. Okay, justifications invalidate the apology. Just focus on acknowledging the impact of your actions, okay, showing empathy and committing to change, all right? The only time I care about justifications for bad behavior is if you're going to tell me you was on crack. Okay, other than that, keep it to yourself.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?